Hello, hello. I really hope YouTube is currently working and things are streaming accordingly. I am Angela. Welcome to Books Are My Heart. Hart is spelled correctly. My last name is Hart, H-A-R-T. So I'm Angela Maria Hart. If you want to find more information, you can always go check out my website. But mostly I am known as the one behind everything Cozy Mystery Book Club, thecozymysterybookclub.com, and at Cozy Mystery Club across platforms. And tonight I'm doing another virtual write-in, which is obviously a little different from our usual book club discussions. So if you're here to write, whether it's a creative project, you have a blog post you want to work on, if you just have a lot of Instagram captions and or book reviews you're meaning to get done, welcome to the creative process. And I do apologize, my voice is still a little hoarse. I swear this is the bug or the never-ending cold that just won't go away. And part of me is not sure if it's still lingering illness or if it's allergies at this point. So I do apologize in advance if I get a little hoarse. And for that reason, I'm also hoping to do tonight's live stream for 1 hour. Last week, I think I went for almost 2. And the following day, I pretty much just had laryngitis because I was very hoarse. So hopefully we can avoid that for tomorrow. But I still want to make sure that we get some words on the page. We make some progress with our stories. So I know people kind of come in and out, but if you join, please feel free to drop a line in the comments. Let me know if you are here, if you're going to be working on something. I am definitely going to try and go through the comments as they appear. If we're in the middle of a writing sprint, I'll probably wait until the end of the writing sprint and then go through and answer all of your questions, or just chit chat and say hello to let you know what's going on in this current notebook, which has very much grown since our last little write-in last week. And I can give you some updates on this if you want to know. So essentially, I have created an entire fictional town, and there are a lot of post-it notes and sticky notes that have been involved, and I kind of went a little I love my washi tape. So I went a little hardcore with the washi tape, but I've made so much progress with just the organization of my creative project. So tonight I kind of want to keep moving forward with that. So for the writing sprint, I'm going to be finishing my organization and then working on editing that first chapter that I shared with you guys a little bit last week. So let's see how YouTube is going. And when you kind of come in, please feel free to ask a question, whatever's going on with the writing process. I'd love to know. So I'm hoping we can get some stuff done. I left last week's live stream available on my YouTube channel, so it's still visible, it's still public. So I might do that again this week. Again, I'm still open to suggestions. So I have the songs, I have the media assets, and I also have a couple overlays that I thought were really cute. So I now have little images I'm trying to show you guys. So we have some typewriters that I thought I could kind of put on the screen for when we have the virtual writing sprints. So when 15 minutes is on the clock, I thought I would kind of commemorate that and put a little typewriter or computer in the corner to celebrate that it's writing time. So again, so I always think of what I can do to kind of make things more visually appealing and interesting and entertaining. So if there's something you're looking for or hoping to see, please let me know. Hello, welcome, Granny Noodles. Let's see, can I start pulling up the comments? Welcome. That is such a cute avatar. That is adorable. I love the little face on him. That is so cute. Welcome to the writing sprints. I really am hoping you guys enjoy this. Oh, hello, Erica. You are reading The Tenant by Frida McFadden, and you're trying to decide if you want to write a thriller or a cozy. Wow, those are two very different things. So my first response is, what do you want to invoke in your readers? Do you want to make them feel comfy and at ease, or do you want them on the edge of their seats? So whatever you want to write, I know you can do it. I'm just very curious because those are very different what you're going to decide. Maybe you'll just write both. You're going to go in, I have 2 different ideas, or the same idea is going to be implemented differently. Totally do that. Thank you. I'm glad you like the typewriters. I wanted to do something different to kind of just say it's writing time. I'm always trying to figure out what I can do to hopefully make the process more engaging. And I also, where are they? I just had them like 5 minutes ago. But again, I have all my little sticky notes, so things get kind of lost in the mix. So I had new stickers printed up. They came in probably last week, I think the day or two after our write-in. So if you would like an hashtag am writing sticker, so I thought I would do this. So I have my little media assets, and I can hopefully pull this up so we'll showcase at the bottom. So if you just want to type hashtag am writing as a sort of code word, or just say, hey, you showed some stickers during the live stream, I would love one. So if you live in the US and you would like a hashtag am writing sticker as a thank you for joining tonight, I will happily send you one of these stickers. They're a little hard to show because, again, they're holographic, but hopefully if you'd like one, you can just drop me a line. My email address is right there, which feels like a very official like ticker tape at the bottom. So everything is at Hart. So my email address is writerahart@gmail.com. So if you want a hashtag am writing sticker, just let me know. And let's see if I can click back over here to read some more comments. Thank you for joining and saying hi. Lady Gizmo, welcome to the writing stream. Hello, welcome. Oh, you guys are so cute. Thank you for commenting. I'm so happy that you're joining. Again, this is meant to be sort of a low-key, fun way to kind of support each other with our creative endeavors, whether it's a cozy mystery, a thriller, or a romance, even if it's just Instagram captions. And when I say that, I literally mean that because I myself, I will go to the cafe or my gym and take over a table. I'll have my coffee and all of my work and to-do list ready to go. I'm going, I still want to make sure I have this done too. And I will literally block off 20 minutes to make sure I write down, oh, you have to have this reminder for the newsletter. You have to have this. So those things take time. So even if you want to work on something non-creative, you're welcome to join this process. Honestly, they might be different, but there's something going on in the publishing industry in probably the last 10 to 15 years where authors are really writing across the board. And it used to be they always needed a different pen name for the different genres. Now you have different authors writing in different genres without changing their names. I mean, Nora Roberts still has J.D. Robb for mysteries, and Nora Roberts is obviously her romance, but people are much more supportive when authors want to write across the board. Kensington is authors who are doing very much cozy mysteries. I'm thinking of Carleen O'Connor with her Irish cozy mystery series, and then she has her thrillers. So if you want to write cozies and thrillers, you can do it. Hello, Jen. Welcome. I'm so happy you found my little writing and cozy corner of the world. So you are welcome to join whatever project you're hoping to achieve some success in tonight. I hope I can support you. Oh, another comment came in. Do you have a favorite cozy series? Oh my goodness. So I'm actually sitting in a different corner of my room today. So we have the Cozy Mystery Library over there. And the reason I'm in a different section of my little bookish world, I have a room that's pretty much just bookcases. So tonight you guys are getting a different view. So my Cozy Mystery bookcase, which is literally all cozy mysteries, I had to take apart 2 of the shelves, not actually take the shelves out, but kind of deconstruct, bring the books out because I wanted to do some things with them. So I'm going through all of our previous cozy mystery titles, and I'm going, and I love this one and I love that one. I'm going, okay, this one wasn't my favorite, but I was really intrigued by this. There are so many great cozy mysteries, and there's so many ones that I enjoy for different things. So I almost feel as if there are different cozy mysteries I go to for like, oh, I really want to fall into this bookish vibe with Elementary She Read with Vicki Delaney. And then Rose Pressey, If You've Got It, Haunt It. That is just such a fun, cozy mystery. I mean, seriously, smiling the whole time. And then you'll have other people like Kate Young. What was it? On Borrowed Crime. That might be more your thriller kind of cozy. It's a little darker, very Agatha Christie vibes running throughout. So there are so many cozy mysteries I can recommend to you. I love a lot of cozies. And yes, it was definitely a work in progress. I mean, I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment for a long time in DC. So as soon as I had the room, I'm going, I want to build the library of my dreams. So it's still a work in process, but I mean, I still love it. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the typewriter images. I wanted to do something cute, and I was trying to think of different ways to make it engaging and fun. So I put together another kind of playlist of different songs to put on in the background. So during the 15-minute writing sprints, we have some songs that we can be playing. So now we also have the typewriter image. So I'm trying to think of different ways to make it fun for y'all. But if you have any suggestions, comments, I am all ears. Well, technically eyes, because I'm reading your comments. So You can tell, I love my puns and the cozy mysteries. But now I'm also gonna be thinking about this, wondering, do I have a favorite cozy mystery? And then tomorrow, probably around 1 o'clock, I'm gonna be going, I should have mentioned this title, because you always do that the day after you think of the perfect answer to that question. But I'm still gonna be mulling it over. But I am curious if you guys have a favorite cozy mystery, if there's one that holds a very special place in your heart. I mean, I'm always asking people what the first book they read with the book club for the Cozy Mystery Book Club. What was the first title they read, or one of the books they really loved? Because part of the reason why I'm showcasing or not showcasing the 2 bookcases and I took all the titles out is because I was going through all of the books we've read, and there are so many. Again, we're talking 12 books a year since 2018. So we've hit a few milestones along the way that I haven't even really celebrated or kind of had some of those like party poppers. We definitely need to celebrate, have a cake or something with all the titles. So there's a lot of coziness that we can go through. I might take you up on that, send you a message. Honestly, there's so many great mysteries, and I am obviously an Agatha Christie lover. Everything from Evil Under the Sun with Hercule Poirot, I love my Poirot mysteries, to She Had and Then There Were None, which is definitely probably more your thriller mystery. I'm open to reading across the board, and as you can see, I'm kind of, I don't know if you can actually tell up there, we have Tess Gerritsen. I love this woman. She is so talented. She actually wrote the series for the Rizzolian Isles mystery TV show with the series is based off of. She's so talented. So if you're looking for, again, something that's a little bit more of a darker vibe, but you still want a mystery, I recommend her. Ooh, I'm going to have to see if I have any of her books. The name sounds so familiar. Dolores Claiborne. I'm going to have to look that up. I mean, granted, there are a lot of books around here, and this is the part that's probably worse, is there's so many additional ebooks on my iPad in both the Kindle and in the Apple iBooks app. So it's hard to figure out if all of the books are represented here or not, or what the titles really are. You have not read an Agatha Christie. It's okay, Erica. This just means you get to experience her for the first time. That's not a bad thing. Then you get to actually go back and say, okay, I'm going to get my tea or your coffee or something, put yourself into a little cozy space, or put yourself in the nice little nook with your fuzzy blanket, and then she can either scare you with And Then There Were None, or for some reason, Peril at End House also really threw me for a loop. Or you can go read Murder at the Vicarage with her Miss Marple. You get to experience Agatha for the first time. That is an amazing, that's great. I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm actually jealous, because there's some books you want to go back and read for the first time. Oh, some of these books, when you have those tears in your eyes on the edge of the seat, those emotions. I'm jealous. Oh, it's a Stephen King book. I love Stephen King. I have him over there. That man is brilliant. I am also blown away by his thought process. I've read his memoir on writing multiple times, but his brain is just, there's a reason nobody can do what Stephen King does. He's just created his own writing style, characters. I mean, gotta give that man credit for creating his little empire of just bookish, horror. Pennywise, can't even go there. I can't sleep after his books. I just can't. Buried in a Book by Lucy Arlington. That is a great cozy mystery. I also love bookish cozy mysteries. There's something so fun about those themes and tropes that celebrate you as the reader. And then to have fun titles like Buried in a Book, even just the title makes you smile. That's why I love cozies. They just bring me happiness. Oh, Crime and Poetry. That is a great point. That's Amanda Flower, I'm pretty sure. She has a lot of great books. We also read Farm to Trouble. That was another one of her. And then there was another book series. She's prolific. She also has, I want to call them, they're not necessarily cozy mysteries, but she has some historical mysteries that she's been doing. And one of them is Emily Dickinson based. That woman can write. So if you've not picked up an Amanda Flower book yet, highly recommend her. I even have an interview with her here on the YouTube channel. She was so sweet, and she was very kind of, I don't know if the word would be laid back, but here's this woman who has won so many awards, so prolific. I mean, she's also at an age where you're going, how have you written this many books when you have not been on the earth long enough to have done all this and accomplished all of these things? So she was so sweet and grounded. I'm going, You're an amazing human being. You're so talented. Thank you for talking to me. Yes, Amanda Flower. I'm glad you guys like her. She's very talented. And I'm trying to think who else is kind of reminiscent of her writing. I mean, I literally have an entire stack of cozy mysteries right over there. I mean, we just read Mimi Lee Gets a Clue, Vicki Delaney Elementary she read. I just mentioned that. People really love Ginger Bolton's. I was just looking over there. It's Survival of the Fritters. That had a really good response. And then everyone loves Krista Davis. She is a go-to for cozy mystery people. She is one of those authors whose name is always coming up. Same thing like Jen McKinley. There are certain authors who get referenced on a regular basis. Kate Carlisle with her Fixer Upper mystery series. There are some big names that you kind of see over and over again, and I kind of understand why, but it's nice to see people reference some of the smaller ones. I mean, I love it when you get kind of find a new author who's just burgeoning, and then you get to say, I read them before they were New York Times bestseller, or before they hit that Amazon list with that special, color-coded banner. But if you guys have recommendations, let me know, because I mentioned this in the last email newsletter. It is never too soon to start sending me recommendations for potential future Cozy Mystery Book Club titles. So the voting takes place probably over the course of a month. So what I did last year was I put it in a Google form, so a Google voting form, instead of just using Twitter or Threads or something with the polls. So I have the Google form. I keep it live and active, and then people can vote I have it based on themes. So January is always titles that almost won. So it's the second chance theme for January. So titles that lost by a point or two. It's always so close with some of these titles. And we've had multiple books that have tied. So we've had to do multiple vote offs, which is always so interesting to me, because you'll have over 100 or 200 votes and somehow something still ties. So books that almost won are always going to be the January title. So people can kind of still submit more books. I mean, but other than that title, or that theme, I should say, all of the other titles are submitted. I just keep a running list. So if there's a book that's the first in the series, because again, we only do the first book. I'm sorry if you love book 3 in a particular series. We can definitely still talk about it. There's the Chat and Cozies podcast. I can do something here, but we only do first book in the series for the official book club discussions. It's available across platforms, so it's not just an Amazon exclusive or Target exclusive, so that people can access it through their libraries and things like that. And then multiple as I'm losing my voice, multiple mediums, so audiobook, ebook, paperback, because I do know we have sleuthers who are visually impaired, hearing impaired, so I want to make sure it's accessible. So there are just a few things to keep in mind, but as long as it meets those basic requirements and someone here recommends it, I mean, if you're a cozy mystery person, you're in the book club, you send me a title, I'm probably going to just add it to the list. But I love it when, more comments are coming in. I love it when people actually submit their titles after I ask for them, because they're going, oh, this book holds a special place in my heart. Or sometimes I'll get a message saying, I just read this book. It's 5 stars. I think people would love it. So whenever you think of a title, it doesn't have to be right in this moment. You can think about it and get back to me and take your time. But if there's something that comes up, please feel free to message Instagram. If you want to send me a direct message, send me an email, whatever works best for you. I am open to reading your suggestions. Oh, thank you for joining and saying hi. I know I've been chatting with you guys. I didn't even realize it's now 7:18. So apparently we've had a lot of coziness to discuss, but please go have a nice night if you're not able to stay the whole time. And I hope your granddaughter appreciates you going to pick her up, because that's so sweet of you. Ooh, Eliza, Erica, excuse me. I found that many cozy mystery readers also love to read romance. There is a lot of overlap, especially because they usually do not like a love interest in their cozies. There is a lot of overlap. And I have to say, because I clearly have all the romance books behind me, it's fascinating when you look at the different formulas. I mean, so I love my cozy mysteries and I love my romances. And when I say formula, I don't mean it in a bad way. Genres have certain expectations, and I think that's part of it. Cozy mysteries and romances have very clear, this is what we're looking for. And I think those are the types of things that readers really want to rely on. I mean, if you go into a romance, you have your happily ever after. And if you're reading a cozy mystery, you are going to have the killer revealed and justice is going to be served. There's something about that kind of safety net in your reading that I think certain people really appreciate. and kind of need sometimes. I mean, again, I love my thrillers. I just told you I read Stephen King. He's not a happily ever after guy, but sometimes you just need that. This is when you go back and rewatch your favorite sitcom, or you go watch a show or something you've already seen 100 times. You're going, nope, I love it. I'm just going to go experience that. So even though all of the romances and cozies are different, I just love having that kind of, I know I'm going to be okay at the end. And I think that's one of the things that people, when it comes to genres, they embrace that. Like if you're a genre person and you understand the allure of genres, we're going to be friends. We're going to get along. There's something to that. And clearly, I'm a fan, as I'm like, oh, here are my romances. I mean, I own 3 editions of Archer's Voice. I mean, and then I own multiple editions of Agatha Christie's. It's fine. It's what we do. Or it's just who I am as a breeder. But, and I still love this name, Granny Noodles. You're going, I mean, I should know you're a grandmother with Granny Noodles, but I just love that name and the little image. Oh, I'm glad you like my answer. I mean, also, there's probably a whole lot more to analyze and break down, and there's obviously going to be something we're going, oh, this is true too. It's also predominantly a female readership. That's something that I don't think people talk about as much with cozy mysteries. I mean, typically for cozies, it skews a little older, but lately it's been getting to the probably early 20s. But I mean, even sometimes late teens, but mostly early 20s. It used to just be cozies were going, oh, it's 40s and up, then it was 30s, now it's 20s. So it's going a little younger with the millennial cozies. But romance is obviously women writers, predominantly, I want to say 99% female writers, readers. So I think there's also that kind of interesting gender dynamic of what women want. We write the stories we want to read, and somehow women, we kind of have that, I understand what you're looking for in this story. This is the story I want to read, and so I wrote it, and it speaks to people on that other personal level. So I think there's a lot to kind of talk about. That could be a whole other live stream. I mean, seriously, that could be a whole kind of academic analysis video breakdown, and then tomorrow I'll be going, oh, I should have said this too. There's so many, I mean, when it comes to romance, even the different themes, you kind of got me thinking, I mean, this is a whole rabbit hole situation now. When it comes to romance, you have the different subgenre or the themes within the subgenres. You have your historicals, your cowboys, you have all the different things that you look for. Same thing with cozies. We have our bookish and our coffee houses. We know what we like. We like having our themes and tropes and our certain expectations because we have those and we can rely on them because they're always going to be your coffee house. And then you have your cowboy, you know exactly what you're getting, and that's exactly what you want. I'm going to be thinking about this now for the next 3 days. It's just how it's going to be. Let's see. I also have all these different little overlays. I was really kind of going down the Procreate rabbit hole. So we have all these different things where, oh, we have the little typewriter over there. We have this over there. So I hope you guys like some of the images. I was just going into the media ones because I'm going to put over, let's see, we can start with the purple typewriter. How about that? I mean, if you have any other questions or comments, please add them. But before I start losing my voice, and I didn't even realize I was chit-chatting with you guys for so long. I mean, it's 7:23, so kicking off the actual virtual writing portion of this writing event a little later, but I am A-okay with that as long as you don't mind me chit-chatting. And there's a little 5-pound teacup Maltese who just walked in, so you guys might see a little dog. Maybe, hopefully. She's very cute. She'll say hi later. I also put in a different, last week we had kind of a harsh timer when it went off. So hopefully, let's see if you guys like this one a little bit better. I mean, I can play it. See? I like that one. It sounded a little bit kinder versus the blaring beeps. I wanted the Great British Baking Show, but we'll take what we get with Apple. It's okay. But hopefully you guys have something in front of you. You have your tea, your coffee, your water. I have my coffee and my water to make sure my voice doesn't give out on me. So I'm prepared for this. I have all of my, I mean, I really went to town. The Happy Planner website, I mean, seriously, I must be representing them pretty well over here with all my little... These are from multiple printout, like these are from multiple things with them too. So I had a whole stack of them and I just went through to find the ones that I wanted because I needed something that had kind of the heading so I can do a little breakdown of it so I can use it visually. Because even though I'm a reader, I'm a visual learner and I kind of have to parse things out with color coding. So the stickers are sort of helping me do that. So that's where I am. I have my stickers. I have my notebook, which again, has grown a lot, and it has some weight to it. I mean, honestly, when I pick this thing up, I have to kind of go, oh, wow, this is just one notebook. So I have my stuff ready to go. Hopefully you have your stuff, and I'll put the timer on. Thank you. I'm glad you like the new one. I think it has a little bit of a peppier beat to it, and it is exactly 7:25. So if we hit the going on the 5-minute mark, that's kind of perfect. So on your marks, get set, right. And I'll put on some music to hopefully set the mood and the creative zone. Let's see. Or it so it's not overpowering. There we go. So 15 minutes on the clock. Happy writing, happy creating, and good luck. Quick little heads up, we're a little over 3 minutes, so happy writing, and keep in mind you might want to hit save if you're working on something when it comes to the computer. But keep writing, another 3 minutes on the clock. In the 10 seconds, 10, 9, 8, moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we have competing songs. Although I will say, I like the one that was playing. I mentioned this during last week's live stream. I put together the playlist based on all of the YouTube. They have the audio library, so they have the commercial rights and they have certain songs that you were allowed to use and play. So we are perfectly fine to have these playing. And I have to say, I really like these particular kind of cozy vibes that they're setting. So I'm hoping people were able to get some words in the page, make some progress. If you want to share if you made progress with your word count, getting organized, let me know. I am so curious. I'm hoping you guys are getting some things done. I have this giant notebook in front of me. And last week we were talking about Pinterest, and I mentioned that I had multiple Pinterest boards, and I mentioned that I had printed some images out, and I totally forgot that I had this in the back of the notebook to show you last week, but I thought I would take a moment tonight. So I printed out some of my images that I wanted to use for inspiration. So these are actual cupcakes, but they're decorated like flowers, and I thought they were amazing. And then we have some lavender scones. So I tried to incorporate some of the Pinterest photos into the notebook. And then some of the other ones here are a little bit more intricate with also handwritten notes over them that kind of look like a little bit of a crazy person where I don't want to show those ones, but maybe someday. I kind of wrote over some of the images and the writing kind of got away from me a little bit, but I have a few pages here where I printed out the images. I taped them in. Some of them I used sticky paper for, but yeah, I have a whole bunch of just kind of things in the back to kind of keep me on track. Even just color palette wise, I love colors and I kind of like knowing which colors go with what characters, what they're wearing and things like that. So it's kind of just that visual reminder of this is what she looks like. This is some of the clothing she might like. And again, you can kind of see a vibe going with the kind of bodice that I just really liked this vibe for this one particular character. So whenever I see this, I'm going, oh, that's what she's doing. That's what she looks like. Thank you. Hello, Matt. Welcome. Welcome to the virtual write-in. I'm not really sure about the above comment. I'm not really sure what happened with that one, but mysteries, they do have some probably darker moments. But thank you. I hope you're getting words in the page and you're doing well tonight too. I'm hoping people are able to make some progress and use these write-ins to their advantage. And hopefully you like the songs, you like the idea of the typewriter. And I just realized that that media asset is still there, the typewriter. I should take it away because the writing sprint is over. And then I have different ones for what I'll do is I'll put a different typewriter for the next writing sprint. So we'll have a different color. How about, I was just showing you guys some yellow and orange vibes. So how about we use the orange one for the next write-in? So we'll change it up. This way you know exactly different typewriter, different writing sprint time. There's a fluffy dog. I just saw a little tail. She's so cute. The little fluffy. See, this is the Jen's comment. I got a few words in, really editing some words. This is part of the process, right? And what I find so fascinating and why I think writers should make a lot more money when it comes to the creative process, there's so many things that go on behind the scenes beyond just writing or just getting your words on the page. The amount of times people edit their work, the amount of times they have to revisit and go back and just sit there and think. So this notebook, I have put hours into this since our last virtual write-in, and I haven't actually gotten any words written, but I officially know every single character in my town. It's hysterical. And the reason why I kind of paused at that is because I put together the town and I'm going, okay, what does every town need? What store do they need? What locations do they need? What are characters going to need for the story? So I have actual locations here that I'm not entirely sure will play a part in the story, but I know what the bank teller's named. I know where he's from. I know the real estate agent and his husband. I know they have 3 kids. I had been watching Modern Family, so I'm pretty sure the character of Mitchell was playing my mind when I was writing his character description, but I know all about him. Nobody in the plot right now has to go to the real estate agency. Nobody's buying anything, but I know his entire backstory. And that was at least a half hour of my life. So maybe I'll use that character description for something else, maybe not, but that's still part of this process. And these are like the non-tangible things that people who are not writers don't always see or think about. So when you say you're editing, that counts. That fully counts as writing, being a part of the creative process, whether it's doing it in 15-minute increments or you're sitting there for weeks on end, it is a part of the writing process. So I'm glad you're getting editing done. I'm proud of you and happy for you. And I wish more people took time to edit and go through things and be detail oriented. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the write-ins. Honestly, I was thinking about that this week as I was working on my notebook. I'm going, it kind of a little bit of a fire because I'm going, okay, I'm watching this TV show because I wanted a certain reference. So I'm watching this TV show with the intention of taking notes to incorporate into my outline because there's one character. I want her to be obsessed with a certain TV show. And if it has to do with a little Belgian detective who went to England and has a certain partner named Arthur, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So I was watching, as I just got a text message saying urgent alert. That's horrifying. Anywho, focusing on the positive. So I was watching episode of Perot, obviously. Me and my little, I love David Suchet. He's my guy. But I'm watching one of the episodes in particular because I wanted something from it to reference. He has all those little quirky moments, and there was one in particular I was looking for. So I'm watching the hour episode for one reference that's probably 10 seconds. It's a part of the process, but I wanted to make sure I did that and I had that moment that I could refer back to because I'm going, it needs to go in the notebook. I need to have it so that when the time comes, it's ready to go. But hopefully you guys are making a little bit more progress than going, I need to find this one little reference just so I know I have it. But these are the things I think about and work on. And let's see, how are we doing for time? Stretch, new cup of tea, fresh cup of tea, more water, kind of flex those little fingers if you're typing, writing, whatever you're doing. Hopefully you get some blood flow and you're ready for round 2 because hopefully there's more to this creative process that you can get done tonight before you put your head on the pillow. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this next round you'll be able to do another 15 minutes of work and make some progress. Let's see, hopefully I can get the little typewriter back up and I'll put on the orange one because again, just shows you my little color palette for one of my characters. And I love her. She's so cute. I don't know why. I just think of her in oranges and yellows. That's a separate tangent digression, but we can always talk about that later. So I'm going to pull up, put some music on. Let's see. We left off with, I believe we were here. So 15 minutes. Did I do this with my nail? There we go. 15 minutes on the clock, and hopefully we'll make some progress. Fingers crossed. I'm rooting for you. Good luck. We're hitting the tail end of the writing time, so 25 seconds. So now is the time to finish that sentence, hit save, make a little notation where you are because the timer's been going off. So good luck, please finish. I hope you're doing really well because 10 seconds is left. I'm like, I feel like Vanna White, like, here we go with the letters. 3, 2, 1. Okay. That was actually kind of perfect timing with the song ending and then 30 seconds left. That actually worked out really, really well. So I'm very happy and proud of that technology. Sometimes timing works. And hello and welcome. I did see a couple comments come in. Welcome. I'm so glad you're able to find my little cozy corner of the world. I'm so happy that you're making progress on your first novel. That is so exciting, especially the fact that you have been consistently working on it. I think that is such an accomplishment because trying to find time to be creative can be so difficult. And the fact that you're sticking to it, I mean, I'm kind of like, go you. I hope you do something to celebrate that. Go give yourself, like, if there's a Starbucks drink you love, just treat yourself because you deserve it. And every step in the right direction is a step to finishing your book. And I am so excited. I'm going, yay, I get to be a part of this process with the virtual writing time. So go you. And I just realized the typewriter is still on. So it looks like we're still in the middle of a writing sprint. So I will take this off the screen and hopefully the next one I'll put on a green one or a blue one and have some fun. I actually kind of was so proud of myself when I input the happy writing on this one. I love the way that pink one came out. I think that's so cute. Anyway, pulling up the comments again. Welcome, Katie. I'm glad that you were able to find this little corner. And I love your name, Paperbacks and Ponytails. I love that. I mean, I actually put that, my hair's down, but I'm always in a ponytail or having it back. Oh, yay. Yes, this one is a cozy mystery. I have a couple other things I've been working on and a couple things I finished, but I feel like they were kind of my learning process or kind of just figuring out how I wanted to approach things, either creatively or character-wise. So I think a couple of them I just kind of want to put aside and maybe someday I'll revisit them, but mostly I kind of think that was a learning experience. But the other ones were romances, and then there is one cozy mystery that I'm almost done with, but I wanted a fresh start. I wanted to start with something new that's been on my mind for a very long time. So this one is a cozy mystery. But oh, so I like this. You pre-filmed all of your YouTube videos for June so you could have time for writing. That is very important. Planning ahead. There's a little dog trying to find her way to me, so I didn't mean to sound like I was looking over in the distance, but sometimes little teacup Maltese, she wants attention. That's so exciting. And now I'm going to have to check out your YouTube channel. And I'm hoping it's called Paperbacks and Ponytails. This way I can find it. And yes, there's the little dog. Maybe she'll be cute and let me pick her up so she can say hi and wish you guys well. Come here. Come say hi. No, you're going to run away. You're going to run away. She's going to run towards the treats. She just wanted me to know that I've been gone too long and ignoring her with the creative process. So now she just wants attention. Hopefully she'll be quiet though. But there is a little cutie pie who may or may not join us at some point. Oh, you want to be able to have your first draft finished before September. So you're going to your first writers conference. That's so exciting. My question has to be, which conference? I'm kind of wondering if that's BoucherCon, because I know BoucherCon is usually the last week in August, first week in September. And then I know Thriller Fest is around the same time. So oh, she does reading and writing sprints as well. Oh, so now you get to be a participant. Usually you're the one leading. See, I'm going to have to subscribe to you as well. So I'm going to pull up your name, and this way people know exactly what your channel is. There we go. So Paperbacks and Ponytails, got a little shout out. Let's see if I can angle this properly. But I'm so excited. It's so nice to find someone who does something similar. ACFW. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up because I don't know what those ones stand for right off the top of my head. There's some that I'm familiar with, like I know my Malice Domestics and things like that. So it's always fun to find a new one too. I mean, also, there's so many across just the country and even globally. It's kind of difficult to keep track. I kind of know my little Malice Domestics for Cozies, BoucherCon Mysteries, American Christian Fiction Writers. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up and add that. Oh, it's okay. I'm always doing typos with autocorrect too. It's always fun when something's spelled correctly, but it's not the word you wanna use. That happens to me a little too frequently. Anyway, welcome. There's a little dog over there who wants attention. What I think I'll do is because she's gonna be getting a little interesting, she's gonna start barking and making some noise. We'll do one more writing sprint before we call it a night. Hopefully, that will give enough time to make some dents in our creative projects. And then this way, hopefully, it'll put you on the right track for either the rest of the night or hopefully kick off the rest of your week. And I during the writing sprint, I can grab the little one and hopefully show her cute little face to y'all. So I'm gonna put 15 minutes on the clock, and then hopefully Daisy will give you guys a little shout out hello. So let me go pull this up, put on one of the typewriters. How about the one that says happy writing? Because I think that's so cute and so happy and sets a really good tone. Pull up the playlist in 15 minutes. And start. Here's your 15 seconds warning. Please save on those documents. Finish that sentence because we're in the final countdown. And I'm trying to show you what angle is you guys can see. 2, 1. I like this timer so much better. It kind of sends, okay, we're finishing, versus you have to come to a screeching halt. It's more melodic. I like it. So I will apologize. I feel like I had to kick off this last writing sprint a little quicker than I would have liked. My little fluffy girl over there, my little 5-pound teacup Maltese, she decided to run away with one of my barrettes. And if you guys have been on my Instagram, you've seen the barrettes that I'm referring to. They actually have little books on them, but it wasn't so much the fact she was going to eat up my creation. There are rhinestones. I did not want my little one to start choking. I love her too much, so I had to dart after her. So hopefully I was able to I grabbed it, but hopefully we're able to kick that off. I always try and give you guys a little bit more of a couple minutes to kind of stretch, take a little bit of a breather, but I had to go make sure the little one was okay. So hopefully you guys are okay with just a little quick touching of base before. And we have 240 words written. Wow, go you. I mean, I feel so honored. Like I got to be a part of your writing process in a way. I'm like, oh, thank you for joining. Like, that's so exciting. I got a little bit of organizing done, and the puppy's okay. But 240 words. I wish I had some sort of sound effect to kind of do like that party popper, like go you, congratulations, celebrate. I mean, that's great when you're able to make progress and actually see yourself kind of moving that bar in the right direction. I'm clapping for you. Oh my gosh. And I was able to see some of the comments from up above that I missed before when I had to dart after the little fluffy girl. But that's so nice that you have a subscriber who wanted to support you in your writing and going to the conference. I love it when people are able to form connections and find the right people in online spaces and actually utilize it as a community. And that's so nice that he was so kind and generous. I'm so glad you're able to kind of make that connection with him and you're able to go to your conference because of that. Oh, I'm glad you like supporting other writers too. It's something so wonderful when you have people that you can connect with over creative kind of expressions and creative outlets, because not everyone understands what's going on behind the scenes. And to have people who do understand and just to feel like you're a part of their process, even in just this little baby way, it's just kind of an honor. And so I'm glad that writers are able to connect and be supportive, because it's meant to be fun and happy. And just because someone else is getting words done, it's not a competition like I got 50, you got 40, you still got words on the page. It's so great to know that there's going to be this story that you wrote out in the world. I mean, seriously, go you. Oh, hi, this stream popped up on my recommended during something of, oh, well, welcome, Jack. I hope you're doing a little bit better. And I know some people kind of pop in and out. So if you're still here, I hope you're doing okay. If not, and you watch us back at a later time, I mean, hopefully you're able to put a smile on your face then. What's the point of a creativity you doubt you'll ever reach a wide audience? I mean, this is the type of question where I always kind of pause and think, hopefully you're writing the book that you're passionate about and it's a book that you're proud of. And I think that's the most important part, is if you have a book you're proud of and you have a really good end product because you put the time and energy and you edited and created characters that are relatable or people want to root for and read about, you will be fine and will find the audience it's meant to find. And it's always interesting when I see something, again, I've been in this community and I've been researching creative writing and I've been a reader my whole life. And it's always intriguing to me when someone's an overnight success and I've been reading them for 10 years. So there's an author. I remember one of my very first YouTube videos, I was talking about Ruth Ann Norden. She's a self-published romance author. Now she has, I believe, over 100 books, and I'm pretty sure she self-published all of them. Prolific, very low key, and her books have kind of this I don't want to call it slow-paced nature to them, but it's kind of a smaller cast of characters, very family driven. Like all the different characters, like all the people in the family will have their own story. And at one point, when she was first getting started, I remember seeing 7 reviews on Amazon. And now that same book, I was looking it up at one, like literally a couple weeks ago, and I forget why. I think it had to do with the trope or something. And I wanted to know the character's name when I kind of made reference to him. And all of a sudden it said 700 reviews. And I'm going, whoa, this is so different than when I first read this book back in 2017 or something. So, I mean, just because you don't have an audience now doesn't mean you won't have one a couple years from now or even just 6 months from now. I think that's part of it, the journey in a way. Like, just because you're not an overnight success doesn't mean your success isn't coming and it's not going to find I mean, you will find your audience, even if it happens over time. All it takes is one person in one video recommending. I mean, that's what's happened with a lot of TikTok videos. A lot of people have blown up, even though they've been in the industry for so long. There was one author, I'm pretty sure he said he'd been writing for 30 years and he made more money in 6 months because I think it was his granddaughter posted a TikTok and all of a sudden her audience found his book and all of a sudden he's making all the bestseller lists. So, I mean, just hang in there and you do you. Just write the book you want to write and hopefully you'll find your audience. So hopefully that dark moment is just a moment and it's not going to be your entire night or the rest of your week and you're able to move forward. I mean, I was just reading this comment. So, not every book is for everyone, and those who love your book are going to encourage you to go through the process and can't wait for what you write. I'm like, can we highlight and specify like this is exactly the mentality? There are some books that I will see 1-star reviews or 2-star reviews, and I actually love them. I love the story, I love the character, or the other way around. I'll see a 5-star review for something. I'm going, really? This one? I mean, if you have a book that you want to write and a story that you want to tell, you will find your audience. And whether, I mean, not, there are books here that I love. I mean, Archer's Voice is a hill I will die on, but there's still 1-star reviews over on Goodreads. Like, you will find your audience. I'm so glad you're able to get content. Oh, yay. I'm so proud of you. Oh, you're going to have to find some believable red herrings. That is so important. And I myself am falling victim to something where I officially have more characters than I not just don't want to write, because I do love these characters. And again, my real estate agent, who's inspired by Mitchell from Modern Family, I love this guy, but I don't know if he's going to make the actual process or in the story. I mean, at this point, I might have to actually write a scene just for him, but that would not contribute to the overarching narrative. So I'm not going to do that. When it comes to the stories, I like a small cast of characters, and I have so many characters here, and I'm going, I have them, but that doesn't mean I want to write them. And trying to figure out who goes where and what's to hold back, it's so nice to know that there are other people who are like, yes, now I need to think about this too. We're all in the same boat, and finding believable red herrings is something I myself struggle with because you don't want to talk down to the reader like, this is so obvious. We know it's not this one. But you also don't want to make it so obscure that there's no way they can play the whodunit game and win. So finding the kind of nice medium of is it not, what's going on? I know you can do it, but it's definitely a skill set. So if you figure out your red herrings, I want to know how you kind of come to those conclusions. I mean, honestly, read the books that make you happy. When it comes to star ratings, I personally, this is again, I must sound like the most positive person in the world when I do these live streams, but I only talk about books that I love because when it comes to reading, I'd rather focus on the ones that inspire me, make me happy, bring a smile to my face, give me those emotions versus like, nah, that wasn't for me. Plus, somebody put time and energy into that book. I'm not going to be the one to criticize them or make them feel badly. I'm going to focus on the books that I enjoy and talk about those. I mean, it's not promotion, but I want to talk about and tell you guys, like, this is the book I enjoyed. Let me take this one out. I'm like, which ones did I enjoy? Basically, if Tess Garrison writes it, I will read it. So I'm like, I want to talk about this book. Like, I will talk about the books I enjoy. Oh, hey, welcome. I'm seeing more comments pop up. Oh, thank you. Hello, welcome. It's nice to know my channel's being recommended across the feed. You're the second person to say that. Welcome. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, welcome to my bookish corner of the world. Cozy mysteries, romances, writing sprints for the evening. I'm hoping you're making progress with your research paper. I mean, honestly, I'm still working on the dissertation. It is a process. It really is. So I hope you're able to find the quotes that you need to cite. You're able to craft your argument and defend your point. I mean, I'm also curious now what your research paper is on. I mean, writing is writing, though. I mean, at the beginning, I said whether it's an Instagram caption, a blog post just for your personal site, or you're doing a book review for a big outlet, whatever it is, you're welcome to hang out and join the writing sprints. Oh my gosh, you're talking about your hero. You keep calling him Superman. That's amazing. I mean, I have a character here that's very much inspired by Perot, and I really want to just call him David, but that feels a little too obvious. If you guys don't know David Suchet, he's my Perot. There's Kenneth Branagh, and there are a few other adaptations. I mean, when I say a few, there are a lot of adaptations when it comes to Agatha Christie and her little Belgian detective. But David Suchet is my guy. I love Perot. And so I really want to have a character inspired by him. So in my notes, I'm like, David did this. I don't know why I do that. His name's not David, but I just think of David Suchet and how he portrayed like Perot. And I use that as my inspiration. But actors, characters, I mean, gotta use, I mean, they inspire you, whether it's their mannerisms, their actual physicality. I kind of like that you call him Superman, though, because I'm kind of right there with you. I'm like, David's doing this. I'm like, David Suchet has no idea who I am. This character is not named David, but I have David in my notebook. If you guys have any other comments, please post them now, because I know we've been going on for a little while at this point, and I did have to take care of the little dog. She's being nice and quiet and well behaved, though, so I will have to check on her at some point. But now is probably the point in time. If you have any questions, comments, want to tell me any more about your updates with your process, your progress, I'd love to know, because in probably a couple minutes, I'll have to say goodnight. This way I don't lose my voice entirely, although I do think I'm doing better tonight. Hey, yay. We're on the same page. As soon as this live stream's over, I'm going to have to go subscribe to this woman and her channel, because clearly, same wavelength. I mean, I feel like I'm being like, hey, if you guys haven't seen her, please check her out. But I'm reading Jack's comment. I've been challenged. I mean, it's nice to find an audience. I mean, you will find an audience if you talk about your book and you do a good job with it. It will happen. I mean, I will say I've been posting some YouTube shorts trying to offer author advice to some degree, because when it comes to reaching out to people to review your book or to find bloggers or people to take photos, I definitely have noticed things that are make me more inclined to say yes and get back to authors. And then there are certain things where I'm going, okay, I love it when I have an email message like, hi, Writer A Hart, or hi, Cozy Mystery Club. And I'm going, you do know I'm a person, right? I have a name. So I know they don't know me, my channel, what content I like when it comes to what I'm reading. Those cold author emails probably are not going to get a response. So I've been trying to do some things like that to let you guys know what I've seen authors do that kind of gives me more of an inclination to read their book and definitely check it out, or what authors are doing that's really kind of touching readers. So I'm hoping that helps a little bit. You're worried you're going to call your character Henry. That's kind of cute, though. I'm like, what other names sound similar to Henry? I'm like, what names can you do that are inspired by or have kind of a similar sound to them? You can always do that. Or maybe I can name a character Henry, you can name one David, and then we can just work it with him that way. Oh, I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for joining and being a part of this. I know it's definitely a little bit of a different vibe in the book club discussions, but it's kind of nice to know that there are other people doing what you're doing, working on the creative process. And it's just, sometimes I think you get so in your head and you're working on something by yourself, you start doubting, or you're going, oh, I need to make sure I do this, but then you don't get that far. So if this can help you in any way, I am so honored to be a part of your process and your progress. Like, thank you for being here. I'm so glad it was helpful. Oh, thank you for joining. Yes, next week, So this was my second writing sprint for June. Next week, I have another one down. And then the following week, the last Tuesday of the month, every month, is book club. So this month, every Tuesday was a virtual write-in. So hopefully you were able to join. It was able to be helpful. I mean, I was very surprised and kind of honored and happy to see there were more views on the last one after the live stream. So I will leave this open to the public, or I'll leave this accessible on the channel, because apparently it was still useful even after the live airing. So hopefully if someone wants to go back and rewatch or use this as another timing, it's helpful. So please feel free to use this or refer back to it. And I will be here live next week. So Tuesday, 7 p.m. EST. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying them. Thank you for joining. I mean, I'm so honored that you're here and it's being a part of your process and your progress. I mean, seriously, thank you for doing this, and I'm glad it's helpful. And I'm hoping you guys like the idea of the little typewriters for the writing sprints and the playlists I've been working on. So hopefully things are kind of, the different things I'm working on are able to help you in different ways. So hopefully if I come up with another idea, I'll be able to incorporate that next week. But if you do think of something, please feel free to reach out and let me know. You like the name, David. I just saw that pop up. Thank you for being here and joining tonight. I mean, if you have any other comments, questions, if you think of something after the live stream, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll pull it up again. I had that little ticker tape that I wrote. I was so proud of myself with StreamYard here. So please feel free to reach out to me if you think of something after the fact. It's writer ahart@gmail.com, A for Angela. Everything's writer ahart for me personally, and then Cozy Mystery Club is @Cozy Mystery Club. Both accounts are me, though. I mean, if you go over on Cozy Mystery Club, I mean, it's still me. I'm still the one posting everything. So I keep 2 accounts active. It can be a lot, but it's worth it, especially for you guys. Oh, thank you guys so much for joining. So please feel free to reach out even after tonight's live stream. But I'm really hoping you guys are able to make progress and just be a part of the creative journey. Oh, thank you for joining, and hopefully I was helpful. If you think of any other questions after the fact, feel free to email, message. And again, I'll be here live next week, so if you have a question you want to ask then, you feel free to join. And I'm so happy and honored that this was recommended across your feeds. You're able to find my little corner of the world. I feel like, weird VIP celebrity right now. Like, thank you. Like, YouTube is nice, and that was so sweet of them. But thank you guys for clicking in and being a part of this, and hopefully it helped. And if it did, you can join next week at 7 p.m. EST. But I need to go check on my little puppy, and hopefully she's being a good little girl. And I'll be able to get a little bit more organization done tonight before I call it an official end to Tuesday. But thank you guys for being here and being a part of this. And hopefully you'll make some more progress in your stories before next week. But until then, happy reading, writing, and sleuthing. Bye, everyone.